For centuries, Earth had been the loudest voice in the stars, a defiant, bold, and often unpredictable power that reshaped the galactic order. When humans arrived on the interstellar stage, they weren't the most advanced species, nor the most numerous, but they were undeniably the most dangerous. Their rise had been fast, aggressive, and littered with the wreckage of fleets that underestimated them. And then, Earth went silent. No signals, no trade, no patrols, no threats, not even static. At first, the Galactic Council celebrated. Humanity had long been a problem, a rogue variable, as the Varnari Chancellor once described them. Their silence was perceived as a blessing. Relief swept through empires. Treaties were signed. Borders shifted. The galaxy sighed in cautious optimism. But the silence lingered too long. Ambassadors sent to Earth vanished. Recon drones failed to transmit. Even the boldest mercenaries, those paid handsomely to scout Sol System, never returned. That's when fear crept in. Whispers began. What if Earth didn't fall, but chose silence? What if they're watching? What if this is the calm before the storm? The Tremari, a race once nearly annihilated during a skirmish with a single human dreadnought, held emergency war meetings. The Salthek recalled every colony ship nearing former human sectors. Even the prideful Orzer Dominion, once boasting of human extinction within 2 cycles, ceased all military expansion. The galaxy trembled, not because Earth had spoken, but because it hadn't. Admiral Kor of the Yalari Armada stood aboard his flagship, Vigilant Grace, parked just outside the Oort cloud. Behind him floated a fleet of 300 warships, the largest assembled in centuries. His mission was simple in theory: penetrate Sol System, scan Earth, and determine humanity's status. In reality, it was a death sentence. Kor watched the black void of space stretch endlessly before him. Earth sat ahead, a blue marble of myths and monsters. His officers were silent. None dared speak against the mission, yet none hid their fear either. Activate deep scans, he ordered. No probes. I want passive sweeps only. His chief technician hesitated. Admiral, our long-range sensors are detecting nothing. No power sources. No orbital satellites. Earth is dormant. Kor frowned. That couldn't be right. Try visual magnification, he said. The main screen blinked, zoomed, and Earth came into view. Cities still stood, skylines undisturbed, as if frozen in time. But no movement, no lights, no weather shifts, no planetary defense grid. It was as though the planet had been paused. Something's wrong, Kor muttered. This doesn't look like decay. It looks like preservation. That's when the lights flickered. Not on Earth, on Vigilant Grace. Admiral, his comms officer yelled. External power interference. We're being scanned. By what? I don't know. No signal source. The scan is coming from within the fleet. Suddenly, every screen aboard the Yalari command deck flashed white. One word blinked in crimson lettering, not in Yalari script, but English. Observed. And then the voice came. Not spoken, not transmitted, but injected into their minds. You watched us scream. You watched us bleed. You feared our rise. So now, you fear our silence. Ships began to break formation. Crews screamed as systems failed one by one. Starships twisted midspace, some firing on their own fleet, others imploding as if gravity itself had betrayed them. Kor's heart pounded. He tried to issue commands, but his console melted before him, turned to slag by an unseen force. Then, through the viewport, he saw it. Emerging from Earth's shadow, slow and deliberate, came a vessel the size of a small moon, blacker than space. No heat, no engine signature, no crew, just presence. The human Arc-class dreadnought. Silence. It had no weapons visible, no markings, and yet it exuded a psychic pressure that bent reality. Half of Kor's fleet imploded at the mere sight of it. The rest turned and fled. But the dreadnought didn't pursue. It just hovered, waiting, watching. News of the encounter spread faster than light. Admiral Kor's partial logs leaked. Images of the silence circulated. Across the galaxy, paranoia reigned. Governments collapsed. Religious cults emerged, worshipping Earth as a sleeping god. The Council issued a Level 0 advisory: do not approach Sol System under any circumstances. But some understood what had truly happened. Earth hadn't fallen. It had evolved. Humanity had turned inward, unlocked something ancient, something cosmic, and in doing so, detached themselves from the galaxy's petty squabbles. They no longer needed diplomacy or warfare. Their silence was not absence. It was power. On a distant world, deep beneath the archives of the ruined Valari archives, an old historian trembled as he finished translating the final line of a forgotten Terran transmission sent decades ago. A line now understood too late. When the stars no longer challenge us, we will stop shouting. When silence comes, so will the reckoning. The historian looked up to the skies and wept.